Hello, good morning. I'm walking a bit funny here because it's quite muddy and I'm wearing normal trainers. I'm actually on my way down to the bottom path, and you might have seen this path on a past video where I was walking around it doing 7 laps for 5 miles. If you haven't seen it and you'd like to, I'll post a link in the description below. Basically, I'm here today to do my first run. Now, I have absolutely no intention of being able to do the run entirely. I'm probably going to be doing most of it walking, but I am aiming to do at least some of it running. I'm just going to go for it today. I'm not going to do any sort of timed intervals. I'm just going to run when I can run, and then when I'm feeling really uncomfortable, I'll slow to a walk, and then when I'm feeling better again, I'll speed up to a run again. So I'm not holding myself to any set standards or times. I've just come out of these woods, so it's just over this bridge now, over the stream. I'm then ready to start our run. You can see the mist on the water there. I don't think we will, but it would be nice to see the kingfisher today. I haven't seen it for a year or two on here. So this is the start of the first lap of 7, and each lap is 0.7 miles, so that works out at about 5 miles in total. It is quite busy today, so you'll have to excuse me if I keep stopping and starting. I'm not that confident yet on the camera in front of other people. One of the things I'm interested in learning from today's workout is how I can cope wearing regular clothes whilst running, because I see a lot of people wearing specialist clothing, especially trainers actually, and I don't have the money to be going out and spending on new clothes for something that I might only wear once because I might not enjoy it. So I've had a look through the clothes that I already own and found what I think is the most suitable clothing to wear for a run, and those are as follows. These trainers I've had for a few years now, and I've never used them for running, but they are well worn. They're just regular trainers, they probably cost about £20 from Primark or something. As you can see, if I can balance for long enough, they have definitely seen better days, quite worn. I'll show you some better footage when I get home, but they are certainly not what you might class as expensive running trainers. Now, I've heard you're not supposed to wear cotton whilst you're running, but I don't have anything that isn't cotton that I'm aware of other than the t-shirt I'll tell you about soon. So I have got a pair of shorts on. They're just regular shorts. Well, actually they're not regular shorts. I think they're actually swim shorts because they have got a netting underneath, but as far as I'm aware they are 100% cotton. Now, I have just seen somebody wearing just shorts and a t-shirt run past me. It's about 0 degrees today, so I am certainly not brave enough to do that. However, I only have cotton things, so underneath my shorts I'm wearing a pair of Becky's cotton leggings. Now, please do try and control yourselves. I know I'm sexy, please just remember you're on YouTube. On my top half I'm wearing, I don't think this is cotton, but I can't tell because I've taken the label out years ago, but it's kind of a, I don't know if you can tell on the camera. I'll show you better footage when I get home, but it's, I don't know, it feels extra smooth. I don't know, maybe someone will be able to tell me later what sort of material it is, but I found it in my cupboard and I never wear it for anything else. It is quite comfortable actually. Above my weird t-shirt I've got just a regular hoodie, Star Trek of course, 100% cotton. And then under my hoodie I don't have my fluffy ears hat on today, I've got just a regular hat. Of course, just like I didn't want to bare my bare legs in this temperature, I didn't want to bare my bare head either. Anyway, I'm back where I started now, so that's 1 lap down, 6 laps to go. I'm going to go for a run now and see how far I get. Just before I leave, I'll show you a quick view of the path, the route I'll be taking. If you did see the last video where I was on this park, you'll know it was in the dark, so where the traffic is there, that's where I did most of the filming, because that's the only place on the park where the light was. And I ran all the way down to the far end there. I'm not sure if you'll be able to see on camera, but there's like a basketball hide thing there. Then you turn right, and after about 100 yards you turn right again and start following the stream down here to where I am now. And that bridge there is where I came out to start lap 1. The woods are just on the other side of these trees. So there we go, it's time to start a run. And Becky is up there with one of her friends and the dogs. See if she'll see us, give her a wave. She's not looking. Either she's looking and embarrassed, or she's not looking. Oh, there she is, she's waving. So is her friend. Right, time to start a run. I've just finished lap 1 and I'm pleased to say I managed to jog slowly all the way around without stopping until just now, and it took 10 minutes. So so 10 minutes for 0.7 miles. I'll work that out later, but in all honesty I'm not looking for speed. I'm just looking to complete the 7 laps. And to be honest with you, I wasn't expecting to get more than about half a lap before I had to stop, so I'm really pleased that I managed to get a full lap round. I think what I'm going to try this time, I'm going to calm down a little bit and walk until I've reached another half a lap, and then I'm going to try a full lap from there. I know I did say I wasn't going to time myself or measure myself, but it just seems like a natural thing to do. So another few minutes of walking until I get to the halfway point, and then I'll start hopefully another complete lap around to make it 2.5 laps, and I'll see you again then. Well, I'm happy to say that as well as just doing that extra 1 lap, I managed to do another 300 steps, and I know precisely because I counted every single step. When I got to the end of the second lap, which is actually the 2.5 lap, I thought, well, just to prove to myself that I can do it, I'll do an extra 100 steps. So I did that, and then by the time I'd finished those 100 steps, I was right up somebody else's arse. I thought, well, I can't slow down and start walking now, that's just weird. So I said to myself, I'll do another 100 steps. This is still jogging, by the way. So I did another 100 steps, and by the time I'd finished those, I was about maybe 20 yards away from somebody coming in the opposite direction. So I thought, well, I'm still able to, so I'll do another 100 steps. So that's 1 lap and 300 steps until I stopped for this update. And to be honest, I could have probably gone a bit further, but I didn't want to overdo myself. I want to make sure that I am still able to start running again. One thing I noticed earlier though, at the start of the second lap, which is actually the 1.5 laps, it was a lot harder to start running again than it felt if I would have just carried on running in the first place. Honestly, after about 20 or 30 yards of the second set, I felt like I needed to stop again but I slowed myself down a little bit, and as I got to probably around here actually, I noticed that I was focusing naturally a lot more on my breathing. 2 steps in, 2 steps out, and that rhythm seemed to keep me going a little bit, so I'm going to try and aim for that again. I'm going to get to the start point, which will be the 3rd lap in total, and then I'm going to start running again and see if I can complete another full lap plus 300 steps plus. See you soon. By the way, I forgot my camera holdy sticky thing, and so I'm holding the camera, my phone, by my hand at the moment, and it's really killing my shoulder. So please make it worth it for me. Hit the subscribe button, like the video, share the channel with your friends if you're enjoying things. That's lap 4. I don't know if it's just me because I'm hot and sweaty, but it does feel to me like there's some mist in the air. Very, very light mist, almost like the mist of a drizzle as opposed to even a spit. But I'm not complaining though, it's actually quite refreshing. I think it's coming in a little bit dark as well though, so I don't know if there's rain clouds on the way. It's not time to get dark. Anyway, I'm having half a lap walking now, fast walking of course, and then I'm going to start on hopefully another full lap. One thing I have noticed though is other runners, you know, they give you a wave or a nod. I thought everyone would just be keeping themselves to themselves, doing their own thing. Certainly a lot of the walkers are. The one lass gave me a smile, but everybody else, nothing. Again, I'm not complaining, it's just a bit of a surprise. Now, there's a guy running up to me now, and it'll get a bit awkward because he's already said hello twice. So what do you do on the 3rd time? I think I'll just nod politely. Oh. Yeah, that was awkward. No, it didn't seem it, but it felt it. Anyway, I think Becky is going to be on her way down in a minute as well, so hopefully I'm going to be able to give her my phone, and then she'll probably slowly walk around one side as I'm running around the other side, and she'll be able to take a bit of footage of me running so that I can at least see what my form's like, because I do feel as though when I'm running, I don't think that you can call it running, I think it's more of a cross between a fast walk and a slow jog. I think my feet are barely leaving the ground, but whilst I am doing whatever that is, I feel like I'm hunched over a lot, and I know I naturally walk a little hunched over, but I didn't think I'd run like that as well, but I actually feel as though I am, so that'll be interesting to see, especially from a distance, because there's a good, I don't know, 60 yards maybe between one side and the other, and I think it's probably even wider down there. It gets narrower, but then probably closer to about 80 yards further round, so it'll be interesting to see from that bit of distance what my posture's like. Anyway, I'm coming up to the halfway mark now, so I'm going to start running again in a moment, and I will see you on lap 5, I think.
Last one.
So yeah, that's the guy again. I was literally just about to start filming for my 5th, well, you know, the update at the end of my 5th, and I had a whistle and Becky's here, so I'm just gonna give her my phone and use it as an excuse to have a breather. I'll be honest, I did only do half a lap there before I stopped. I'm getting tired now, I'm knackered. 2 more laps. I might do just half and half on each one now, because I want to go home. Hello. Right, see you on the next update.
See you later.
Happy New Year to you and Dave.
And I would,
Thank
I would
you
say
for that.
throwing the
Ted,
stick
come
up.
on.
She won't.
Well, she essentially looked at first when she allowed
I'm on my last lap. I've just got my phone again off Becky and swapped with her. She's got my hat and hoodie now because I'm red hot. I can show you my t-shirt now a bit better. Still not sure if you'll be able to tell or not what sort of material it is. Like I said, I've taken the label off years ago, so no idea what it's made out of. But anyway, this is my last lap. I'm knackered. To be honest, things are starting to chafe and ache a little bit, and I'm not talking about my feet. Not really much else I can say other than see you in what is now about 3/4 of a lap, and then it's home time for my tea and to edit all this. See you soon. Oh, that's almost lap 7 in about 30 yards. So I'm walking the rest of the way. Becky's waiting in the van. Yes, still haven't got the car sorted out yet. I might just get RAC out to that this evening. Anyway, yeah, about 15 yards. And then I'm done with the 7 laps. I think it works out about 4.8 miles, so hopefully to and from the van will add up to another 0.2 mile. That's me done. See you soon. I'm home now, and although I'm tired, I'm not as tired as I thought I'd be. But I wanted to show you quickly my trainers because I didn't really get a chance to show you properly earlier whilst I was walking and falling around all over the place. You'll have to excuse the dirt on them. It was quite muddy on the path in places. It was actually quite slippy in the mud when I had to overtake somebody, although that didn't happen very much. What was quite annoying actually was that although I was running, there were people in front of me that were walking and I didn't seem to be catching them up. But anyway, these are my trainers, and as I was saying earlier, you can't tell, but they don't get used a right lot. I mean, when I do use them, I use them a lot, but I tend to go through stages where if I use them, then I'll use them maybe non-stop for a couple of weeks, but then I won't use them for months or even a couple of years. I mean, that's obviously coming apart. You can see there's very little grip left. I'm no expert, but I'm pretty sure that this would not be what most runners would have as their first pick on running shoe. I'm not even sure who makes it. It was probably from Primark, to be honest. And the other one isn't much better. No. Cleaner somehow. But there's plenty of grip there, I suppose, but there's no real padding or anything. But it did for me, anyway, today. But I just wanted to show you that anyway, just so you had an idea of what I was working with today. At times, I did find the running quite boring, but I think the natural pattern of my breathing and steps kind of helped me through that a little bit. Because in the end, once I'd got a rhythm going, it tended to be 2 steps breathing in, 2 steps breathing out. So it was quite quick breathing and quite slow running. I haven't actually had a look yet at the footage which I asked Becky to film for me, although she did say that I looked a little funny, which I was kind of expecting. So if you think I looked funny as well, let us know in the comments. But for now, that's the end of this video. So please click the thumbs up button if you've enjoyed the video, subscribe if you're interested in supporting the channel and helping me grow, and press the notification icon if you're interested in keeping updated with future uploads. Of course as well, if you could share this video and the channel with any friends and family that you think may be interested, then that would also help me greatly. Thanks a lot, and see you tomorrow.